morning, everybody. Welcome back.
This is Morning Announcements
with Madisyn
and Mr. I.
Madisyn, it's Friday.
Yeah, it's Friday, February 26th.
And I didn't think we had morning announcements on Friday. Why'd you wake me up so early?
Well, we have our Friday feature interview.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Who are you interviewing again? You introduced him last week.
Rob Burns.
Rob Burns. What was he? The comedian?
No. He was that guy that works on the newspaper.
Oh, yeah. And he's the swim coach for Aberdeen High School and a teacher out at Wishkah, right?
Yep.
Yep. All right. So what are we going to do?
We are just going to watch his interview.
All right. Well, I've got my chair pulled up. Let's see it.
Yeah, let's see it.
I sometimes don't watch a show after it's produced and made public. Did you read what you wrote once it was published?
Most of the time, no. Only the ones that I felt really good about. And then sometimes the ones I didn't feel too good about. Because sometimes you make mistakes. And so when you make a mistake and you read it again and you kind of just hang your head for a minute and okay, let's fix it and move on. So most of the time, no. But there are exceptions to the rule.
Did you ever keep any newspaper clippings of articles that you wrote? Is there a particular story that you were most proud about?
I keep a lot of them. I probably kept too many of them. I think my house was technically a fire hazard with all the with some of the newsprint I have. So, which ones I'm really proud of? I think I am very proud of a lot of the local stories I've done. I think the one that I kind of hinted at is probably my most favorite. It was a column where I got to follow Montesano's football team from the school to the dome. It was a 10 a.m. game. And so from 6 a.m. till, 2, 3 in the afternoon, I got to follow the team around and I kind of was a fly on the wall. And that was, that was a story that I really feel good about. And, there's a couple of other stories. There's, I have a feature on an Acosta guy. His name's Todd Arnold. He was a very good runner. He was a very good guy, and I was very happy to have written a story about him. And yeah, there's a few others. There's a lot of others that kind of float in my head. But you know what? I'm proud of a lot of stories. And I'm also proud of some of the ones that, I probably don't remember, but someone somewhere probably has it saved. So I have probably my project over the next several years is to go through all those papers. I have way too many. I got some when I was still in Sacramento. I still have some, in Vallejo. They're all in boxes. They're just waiting for me to get into.
Did you ever find yourself rooting for a team when you were covering a sports event?
No. I rooted for the story. I rooted for the good story. I like to, that I think that's the one thing I think I'm proud of as a reporter. I didn't root for the teams. I rooted for the story. Sometimes the best story means the local teams win, especially here. When the local teams win, it's a better story. So in a way, yeah, I guess you can kind of say I did root for some teams, but you know what? I rooted for the story. And when you're a writer, that's what you want. You want that juicy nugget, that juicy story to dig your teeth into as a writer. So, yeah, it's once I left the Daily World, now I can become a fan. And I think I've taken advantage of that. So
now to some coaching questions. What is the experience like to talk to reporters now that you're a coach?
I know exactly what they're looking for. I know exactly what they need, exactly what they need, because it would be, I kind of switch places. It's like, okay, if I was interviewing this guy and he was the coach, what would I ask him, and what would I be looking for? And so I kind of I I'm very succinct, and I'm very right to the point, and it's like, okay, it's this and this. We didn't do this, we did this. These guys did great. These guys are going to do this. We play again here. I give them exactly what I feel is exactly what they need.
You're the Aberdeen swim coach. What is your background in swimming?
My background in swimming. I started swimming. Actually, I learned how to swim when I was 3, and I took public lessons in a public pool, and then I basically kind of got a little bit better. I got a little more interest in it, and I just kind of slowly built my way through. So I've been swimming since I was 3. I don't swim as much now as I would like. I think a lot of it is time, but I swam competitively since I was 6. I got to I got to do a lot more than I ever thought I would be able to do as a swimmer. I got to it helped me get to college. It helped me get through college. It helped me get through, the last, several years of of being at the daily world. It was a great stress release, and it it was kind of the gateway to becoming a teacher. I thought, what, if I can do this, I think, what, let me see if I can do this. And you know what, and I'm still learning, but it's, you know swimming has taken me farther than I ever imagined, and I'm very grateful.
What do you like most about coaching?
I love communicating with the swimmers. I love trying to get them to be a little bit better every day. And that's what coaching is. You coach them to be better today than they were yesterday. And not just in the water, but out of the water, in the classroom, at home. You want them to be good people. You want them to be good citizens. And because swimming, competitive swimming only goes to a certain point, you know, and you want to be able to learn how to swim, and kind of see where it takes you. So that's what I love the most about swimming, about coaching, is kind of helping these guys get better every day and see where it takes them.
In traditional ball sports, a coach can demonstrate a move or play. You can't necessarily do that in swimming. Describe difficulties that this presents.
You know what? Every once in a while, I have to get in the water. I have to show them. Every once in a while, I gotta put my swim trunks on and get in the water. But you know what? It comes down to communication. It comes down to telling them what you're looking for and how they can fix it. And so I have to learn how to verbally and with a little bit of pantomime show them exactly what they need to do to get better. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you need a little help. Sometimes you just need somebody else to say the same thing you said for them to click it. It's it's all in the communication.
Okay, now some teaching questions.
Okay.
You've changed professions from the newspaper industry to an educator. Why did you change professions?
I changed professions because you know what, my time at the newspaper was coming to an end. I wanted a different challenge. I loved what I was doing, but I needed a different challenge. I needed something for myself. And knowing that, what I wanted to do was continue to coach. And so knowing that, I said, you know what? I think this can translate into teaching. And you know what? I think it has. It's I haven't been at it very long, but I'm still learning. So, and you know what? That's important. That's important. You have to learn something new every day. You have to keep your mind going. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the fact that I'm in a spot where I can learn, and I'm really happy.
What is the things that Rob Burns, veteran teacher, now knows about teaching that he would like to tell Rob the student?
Don't take yourself so seriously. Why so serious? You know what? I did not like being in high school. I did not like being a student um, in when I was younger. It wasn't until when I was in college that I actually became a little better student. Um, I think I think me as a teacher, I would tell myself as a student to relax, learn, take what you can, take from it what you can, apply it, and but in all seriousness, don't be so serious. It's this is you'll get you'll get it. You'll get it. It may not come today, it may not come tomorrow, but you'll get it eventually. You'll get it.
What do you like the most about teaching?
It's kind of like coaching. It's communicating. It's communicating. You have to communicate. I can't show you how to write a news story. I have to communicate it and kind of sometimes pantomime, you know, a little bit, but not too much. It's about communication, and you have to communicate it and try and find the right words and the right tone to be able to get them better than they were the day before. And it's seriously, it's just like coaching. Teaching is just like coaching. That's the one thing I quickly learned. It's I want you to be better today than you were yesterday. You okay?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
just getting tired.
that's okay. Hey, it's a long day. It's a long day.
Yes. Besides technological skills, what have you learned the most about teaching during the pandemic?
Oh, wow. It's not about the curriculum. It's about the relationships. It's about the relationships, and it's about communicating. Um, I got there were students that I had a tough time dealing with in the beginning. Now there's no where it's just like it was during the Zooms. We learned how to communicate with each other. We learned how to develop a relationship to where I know what this person wants how he or she wants to be taught. And they know that I can present it in a certain way. If they don't understand it, they have to ask. And there's a lot of give and take. And so it's been about relationships and communications. And yeah, it's about that's been the biggest thing. It's about definitely that, the relationships and communication. As I
What do you
stammer over my words,
what do you like the most about teaching in a small school?
you get to know everybody. You know everybody. Especially at the school that I'm at Wishkaw, we're all in one building. So I know first graders just as well as seniors. I know who the kindergartners are. I know who the third graders are. I know all of the freshmen and the seventh and eighth graders. And you know what? It is a lot of times it's not because I have them in class. It's because I run into them, or I have to take a picture in their class, or I got to go do this, I got to do that, and you just kind of run into everybody, and eventually you learn everybody's name. You learn everybody's idiosyncrasies. The ones you can get a high five in the hall, and the ones you have to kind of steer clear a little because they're just no, I don't want to be here today. Okay, hey, cool, all right, hey, have a great day. So You learn about everybody. You know everybody, and it's actually that's a lot of fun. That's a lot of fun.
What are some limitations to working at a small school?
The size. You don't get the resources that you do as a bigger school. There aren't as many people there, so sometimes you have to do a lot of things on the fly, and so sometimes it's opportunities, sometimes it's resources, but we it teaches you to be very flexible and adaptive.
Writers can get writer's block. Do you ever experience teacher's block?
Every day. I am in my third year. I am in my third year teaching. So every day, at least sometime during the day, I will be up talking to a class, and then everything will disappear out of my head. Gone. And I'll stare at him and I go, I have no idea what I'm talking about. I completely forgot. What are we talking about again? Can please somebody help the old man here. And yeah, I get it every day. And I'm building my teacher base. I'm getting that experience more, that I can take less writer's blocks. It's because every year you have that experience base. you know um I still get writer's block every once in a while, but you know what, I get teacher's block every day.
You can make more money doing something else other than being a teacher. Why become an educator?
Why not? I mean, seriously, why not? I've been around in my first big career. I've been around high school students. I've been around college students. I've been around professionals. I've been around a lot of people, and the best people I've gotten to know are educators, and the best people that I've interacted with are students. So why not? I I can kind I know for some teachers, you know what? They come in that, they've had a bad morning. They'll come in that first period, and those kids are flying, right out the room. The energy level is way too high. And you know what? For some teachers, they just they rise up to that energy level, and all of a sudden they're having a great day. It's, you're having fun, and it's infectious. And that's why. And I seriously, why not become an educator? Why not? Sure, I can make more money. Sure. Why? Yeah. I was a newspaper writer. I didn't make a lot of money. So that's not the reason why I'm doing this. I am not doing this for money. I'm doing this because I want to give back. I want to be an influence. I want to influence, and I want to basically say, hey, you know what? I accomplished something. A little bit different than I have in the past. So
What advice would you give someone who wants to become a teacher or a reporter?
you can do both. In these day and age, you can do both. Become a teacher, though. Become a teacher first. Okay? Become a teacher first.
Okay.
Get that base. Get that steady paycheck. Get that steady job. Okay? You can be a reporter as a side gig on the side. Because nowadays, the pay's not great. You know, there's an expression, that experience doesn't pay the bills. And that is absolutely correct, because for a lot of newspapers, that's all they can do. Oh, we can give you experience. Experience doesn't keep, the landlord from collecting on the first day of the month. Take the job. Become a teacher. Learn how to communicate. Learn how to interact with everybody around you. Students that don't want to be there, students that want to be there, parents, administrators. That helps you.
Are
There
there
you go.
Are there any similarities between the jobs as a teacher and a reporter?
Communication. Communication. If I ask you a question and it is unclear, you will have no idea how to answer it. Just like a teacher who asks a question of his or her class, if they don't understand the question, how are they going to get to the answer? So there's a lot of similarities. You have to be communicators. And it may be a little bit different settings, but it's the same basis. You got to communicate.
Now for the questions I think you'll like most.
All
Does
right.
pineapple belong on pizza?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. One of my favorite pizza is pineapple, pepperoni, and bell peppers. It's kind of a modified Hawaiian, with a little bit of a zing. You want that little bit of that pepperoni zing, but you want that sweet and savory of the pineapple. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Princess Leia or Baby Yoda?
Grogu or Space Mom. Oh, you know what? I am an old school Star Wars guy. I got to see the original trilogy in the theaters. I'm old enough to where that's my claim to fame. That is, I am been a part of in my lifetime the age of Star Wars. And so I have to go with Space Mom. I got to go Princess Leia. And you know what, though? That's not a knock on Grogu. Not a knock on Grogu because he is cute. He is adorable. Absolutely adorable. But when it comes right down to it, I gotta stick by the original trilogy and go with Princess Leia.
Bay Area music question. Sly and the Family Stone or Green Day?
Ooh. Ooh. Okay, here is a okay. Sly and the Family Stone or Green Day. Oh. You know what? I'm going to go with Green Day because you know what? I got to see Green Day. You know what? That's not a knock on Sly. That's not a knock on Sly, though. Okay, Sly and the Family Stone. I just never got to see him in concert. Yeah, they got some beats. They got some good songs. But you know what? I got to see Green Day live. I got to see them when they were an independent band before they broke away. They did house concerts in Berkeley. When I was going to, when I was in high school, we can, take off and go see this strange band, But yeah, I think in the end, yeah, I'll take Green Day.
Marshawn Lynch or Doug Baldwin?
Marshawn Lynch is a national treasure, and we must protect him. Marshawn Lynch is a Bay Area guy. He's an Oakland, Cal, Berkeley guy. And he was one of my most favorite guys to cover. And well, when he was talking to the media, he was one of my favorite interviews with the Seahawks. He is a phenomenal individual. He gives to his communities. He gives of himself. He gave himself way too much on the football field. This was a guy that, I'll stand up for Marshawn Lynch. And Doug Baldwin's a great player. He's a great player. But when it comes right down to it, I know a lot more about Marshawn Lynch. And as a Bay Area guy, I got to stick with him. That's my guy.
SpongeBob SquarePants or Tom and Jerry?
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob SquarePants. He's poor. Is something that porous and yellow is he. SpongeBob SquarePants. Yeah, SpongeBob all the way. I know. I just butchered the intro song. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Do you have any words of encouragement for the elementary school students?
Yes, I do. Have fun. Don't take this so seriously. This is all fun, guys. Have fun. Learn as much as you can, but have fun. Don't take it seriously. Just have fun. Don't, yeah. All the seriousness comes later. You don't want to be an adult now. Elementary school kids should not be adults. Don't do it. Don't be serious. Don't be stodgy. Don't be an adult. Be a kid. Enjoy yourself. Have fun. Have fun. Have fun. Have fun.
Is there anything else you would like to share?
Oh, well, I must say that this has been a very, very fun interview. That's what I want to share. This has been a lot of fun. This is a lot of fun. And I thank you, Madisyn, for doing it. And I thank Mr. I for inviting me. I am very much, I am honored. Thank you. It has been my pleasure.
Thank you for your time today.
Big thumbs up.
Thanks for watching. Enjoy your weekend. For comments, questions, suggestions, or pledge video submissions, here are emails down below.
Boy, you're all serious now, huh? All business.
Yeah.
What? You gotta go out and cut some firewood or something?
No.
Go ride the quad?
No.
Oh, you're going to go get Ryder to do your homework for you.
I wish.
Well, whatever it is that you're doing, Madisyn, I want to remind you, be a good kid. Do the right thing.
What he said.
Bye.
Bye.